Boom, boom. This is Kendrick coming at you from the corner. How's everybody doing today? I got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Souls on tap, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. 205,000 power. So moving up. So let's talk a little bit about the way this game's going. Okay, it still seems to be free to play. There's nothing that I'm seeing in this game. We're past the what I like to call the glory day. The ending, the opening ceremony event is over. They're past. So this is when you get an idea of which direction they're going to take the game. Are they going to go, you know, pay to win, or are they going to try to make it so that yeah, you can pay to win faster, which I have no problem with doing. I wholeheartedly support, you know, given play to win options. You know, VIPs, they don't have any trouble with that whatsoever if you want to pay for that. Um, uh, also want to see if they have a free to play way that you can do it. It just takes a lot longer. So I like to see both of those options. But if you do like the game, support that does, you know, do a little purchase. You know, I usually wait. I usually wait about a month after I've been playing a game. About a month or two is when I decide if I'm going to spend a little bit of money. It's the way I did with Azur Lane. It's the way I did with Danmachi, and where you're freeze, and that's the way I do with all my games. I like to, you know, play the game. Once I play the game, see how the devs treat you. And Destiny Child's the same way. I've spent money on all three of those games. Not a lot. I'm not a whale by any means. Trust me. Um, but every now and then, you know, on Azur Lane, if I see a skin I like, that's what I love about Azur Lane is you get everything you need within the game to play it and have a success. You just have to focus on playing it because it's a very large game, a large amount of ships. Um, but but every now and then I see a skin that I really like, and I'll purchase a few diamonds, and purchase a few and buy me a skin. I got no problem with that at all. That's what I like about them. Their skins they make their most of their money off the skins, and selling diamonds for your docks expansions and your depot expansions and things like that, which I do with my dorm expansion. You know, anytime I've spent money, it's never been on an actual ship. It's been on a skin or to expand my dorm or something like that. But they actually give you a lot of paid currency within the game, so you really don't need to spend that much. Um, Destiny Child is the same way. If they'll give it's easy to get the character and it's easy to actually get one or two limit breaks. You have to focus a little bit more on playing the game. And now that they've got the reincarnation shop, you can actually go for characters that you need one or two limit breaks for to max them out. So they've made that to a point where yes, you can over time, without having to spend a lot of money, get to be good in the game. It just takes time, and so we'll have to wait and see. But from what I'm seeing from Bleach, I don't see that. And the reason I say it is because they've got some cool events up here, and these really are cool. This is the second time this event has been around. Stupid me wasn't paying attention the first time it came around, and I actually ended up um, doing something that I shouldn't have, and that's this game, the limited time exchange right here. I was spending. This is the second time this came by. They had it last week, and I was blowing it on these omni shards. Okay, should have paid attention and focused more because you can actually get. Uh, I'm going to try to go for you, Johanna this time because she's a healer, and I'm probably going to need a healer later in the game. They're starting to throw some kinks into it here in progression. For instance, I was stuck at this. It was the elite stage actually, which is in here. I was stuck at the EQ this stage for EQ forever. He kept double raging me with his rage skill twice in a row. Do you know how much? Do you know how damaging EQ is bleed and damages on his Bankai? Two of them were taking me out. Couldn't get past it. And the problem was to advance to stage 11. At the time I was right here, I just finished 10. This was locked because I needed 323. I think it was 320. I can't remember exactly, but I needed more stars. I didn't have enough. I had 30'd everything, and I still wasn't enough. So it was obvious where it was at. I needed to complete a couple of these stages. I ended up needing completing this one and this one, and then I got it right here. But these two were easy once I got past this one. Um, but I couldn't get past this one. Spent I think it was like it might have been 3 days. Kept getting killed. Um, so it was getting extremely upsetting, and so I was thinking I was going to need some healing. So I started to focus on um, the only healer I have at this time, which is Ohimi. So I was starting to work her up, but then I noticed something on Kenpachi. I'd been doing a few draws. You know, they had the banner just ended for Yuraku. The Yuraku's banner was up. So I decided to go ahead and draw on it a few times just because I knew I probably wouldn't get him, but I thought I could grab a few of his shards so the next time I see him, I might be able to get him. And I did. I got several shards. I think it was 2 or 3 pools. I can't remember. I think it was 2. But yeah, so I got 19 shards, which is halfway, more than halfway to where I need to be to get him if I want to get him. He's not a bad character actually, but so I went ahead and drew on that. But something happened. I managed to get my hands on some Kenpachi shards, which I thought was weird because I did not think they were giving those out anymore. But I did get some, and it got me really close to where I needed to be to take him to promote him. I think I needed like 8 or 9 more to promote him to 4-star. So I just went ahead and went all in and grabbed 9 of my. I have quite a large stash of omni shards. I was waiting to get Zengatsu or Yamamoto or I was waiting to get one of these URs, and I was going to use those Omni Shards to promote them. But I had it so close to getting Kenpachi up, and I was really fascinated. If you look here, I think I had like 48, 49, I want to say maybe. 50, I can't remember how many it was, but I used some that I had to get him up and went ahead and did him to 4-star. And the reason I was really wanted to do that was because of his skill that activates. When you're making 4-star, you get this captain of the squad. So he increases the damage rate of all allies. So this is a team buff. Okay? So plus he increases his own effect reduction by 40. So that's what I wanted to. So I wanted to get that skill, and it helped out immensely. Once I got him up to 4-star, I was able to get it. I was able to kill Yaku before he would do his second rage off of, because what it was, he'd do his rage skill, you'd get to attack him, but if you didn't kill him, he'd do another rage and then kill everybody was the problem. So I managed to kill him after he did his first rage because I still had about half left, and then I managed to take him out the next time. I manually did it and went straight focusing on him. So and knocked him out. So that was cool. So that worked out pretty good, and that allowed me to then complete the 2 other elite levels. I blew right through these. Yeah, with Kenpachi, I didn't have any trouble blowing right through these. 3-starred them first try, and after finishing Uru, it opened up, and I was able to. This opened up, and I was able to proceed to 11 because that was where the gate was. I was to the point where the mats that I needed to increase my enhancement on my items and increase my enhancement on my start, you go from green, blue to purple, was in here in 11. All the mats were in here, but since I couldn't get to it, I couldn't get the mats. So it was like a sort of a wall, as if they say. And it turned out to be Kenpachi got me over the wall. But I was bringing up Irihime just in case. But I'm thinking now it might be useful to just go ahead and grab a healer, and she's the best one in the game, so I might just go ahead and grab her. I don't, so she's only 50 shards, and you'll get her if you save up all your coins. You should have enough. Just have enough. Don't spend them on anything and just wait. You should have enough to snatch her up. And as you can see, her skills deals allies the same in the row, and then after she healing is increased greatly, and then she's got it's passively increased, and then she's got back row allies when she is alive. Okay, so she's got the group heal, so she's the best healer in the game. I'm sure she's a little bit better than Urahime is just an SR character. So she's probably, from what I'm hearing, she's the best in the game. So I was going to go ahead and get her and bring her up, and then if I ever need her in the end, I'll have her. So we'll see. I have not been able to pull. another UR besides the Kenpachi, which I got. So I'm getting homing in on Zangetsu. I've got shards. It seems like every time I draw, I get shards for him, literally, which is why I've got 98. I haven't seen anything on Yamamoto or anything on Urahara. I haven't seen anything on those two. Unusual. Aizen, really just get him through the squad and do the squad rewards and do the stars. And I've got 4. I've hit it a couple of times, and I think I got another shard another way. I think I got lucky on one of my soul shard thingies, and I drew 1. But yeah, so I don't expect to home in on him pretty soon, considering he's 150. Him and Urahara just look like they're going to be easy to get. Yamamoto, one of my favorite characters after Ichigo. I'm happy that he's only 30. Definitely would like to get him, but yeah, I haven't seen anything for him either. And then, yeah, Zangetsu. So I'm homing it. I'm getting there. One of them should break. I should break on one of them pretty soon. But yeah, so I went ahead and used a few Omni Shards. Got Kenpachi up to 4-star. Do that if you don't, because it makes a world of difference to your power. That buff. And I will be getting Cutie Matsumoto up here. She's going to be 4-star here in a day or two, because I only need 2 more stars for her, and you get stars for her as you go through the story. So I'm not going to waste Omni Shards on her at the moment, but I do definitely want to get this skill, which activates when she's at 4-star, because it decreases the attack of male enemies. Okay, so since more than three quarters, probably 85% of the enemies you're going to fight are male, this will be definite. And another thing is, when allied with female Soul Reapers, she has an 8% chance of adding a disorient effect. I'm using Soy Fan. Okay, so Soy Fan is an allied female Soul Reaper, so that's going to be a double whammy for me. A chance to apply a disorient. So definitely want to get this. I think it's going to definitely increase my ability in some of the higher levels with an added effect. So if you don't have Soy Fan, it might not be very useful to you unless you're using. Let's see which captains we got. The only other captain. Yorichi's not a captain, so you. Wow. Unohana is the only captain. Yuchiri's not a captain. She's an assistant to Kenpachi. Soy Fan is the only female captain. Yeah, Soy Fan's the only female captain. So that's interesting. Because Yorichi's not a captain. She used to be a captain, but Soy Fan took over for captain when Yorichi left. So yeah, Soy Fan's a captain. So this is good for Soy Fan. If you're using Soy Fan, it might not be useful to you. Useful to me because I'm using Soy Fan. Soy Fan was the character that I got on my original draw, which I was very pleased with that. So yeah, so okay, so so focus on these cool events. They're very rewarding, and be a little bit more. I wanted to do this video specifically to tout that, because I really should not have wasted those shards. If I'd have held on to those shards, I would have been able to get her right now. But I spent a bunch of them getting on these things the last time they did it. I had no idea it was going to be back, but yeah, they're bringing it back. So I'm going to save up and get Yuha. I'm going to get her. She's the best healer in the game. Get her, level her up, and if I need to, then I'll have her. If things in the later bit get a little bit on the difficult side and I need some healing, a little bit of buff for the team, I'll go ahead and stick her in there, and we'll see. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So I just want to do that. But yeah, so I still think the game's free to play. It's fun, you know. I wasn't happy about the fact, you know, that they were double raging some of the captains and some of the levels. It was making it difficult to progress. I'm taking them down a lot faster though with Kenpachi at 4 stars. So if anybody has Kenpachi but he's not at 4 stars, I would suggest getting him to 4 stars as quick as you can. I know you were able to in the original event that they had out. I managed to get him and get one more level on his power before the event ended. Yeah, it wasn't able to get there fast enough to get any more. So I do have some shards for him, but it's going to be quite a while. Those shards that I used, I was able to get him up to 4 stars, so it helped. and then I used Omni Shard to finish it off. But yeah, definitely get him to 4-star, because that 4-star the skill that he gets enhances your entire team, um, uh, and it's very, very helpful in taking the captains down fast, because they seem to rage each each twice in a row is really bad, because the rage skill is what does most of the damage. But yeah, once I was able to take Q out pretty fast, and I had there was another level, I think it was on 10, that I was having trouble passing. So one where you were fighting clown dude, I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, this guy right here. Um, he was throwing out, yeah, Miyuri. He was throwing out double rage skills too, killing everybody with his poison, because he was doing it twice in a row. But again, Kenpachi, the increase in damage he gave me allowed me to knock those guys out before they had a chance to do their second rage on me, which I think is what they're going. I think that was the intention. The intention was for you to get so powerful that you could beat him before he had a chance to do his second rage. I think that's the way they had it. So I like the fact that they are adding a little bit of, you have to think a little bit, and focus a little bit, and analyze how things are going to make a determination. So by taking Kenpachi up, it increased my damage immensely. Don't forget to focus on the relics. This relic, once you complete this the first time, it'll take Ichigo from an SR to an SSR, which is where I have him right now. And you do it again, it will take him to a UR. And it's the same thing with this one. This will increase a star for, I think it's just a star. It might take, yeah, I think it's just a star increase for him, but it'll take him up a star. So you definitely want to complete this as well too. But it takes a little while, because it's 4 on each, and it takes like 2 or 3 of the relic sources to do it. So but it is what it is. But it's a time thing. Just play the game, go through it. You'll get the relics. You get it when you complete your elite stages. You get it when you complete the extreme challenges on the floor. I think pretty sure that you get. I'm pretty sure that you get relics on this as well. So I try to go for relics. There's also, I'm sure there's also in the shops and stuff that you can purchase the relics. Will probably be something that they'll have as an option here in the future. I don't know if I'll be able to beat this one here. This will be interesting. Who's in there? Yeah, Kaku. This dude's nasty right here. He hits hard on his rage, even though he's only an R character. Yeah, I think I might be able to get through. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I'm enhanced enough that it looks like it might go. Yeah, I got all my powers now. I should be able to take most of them out. I got it. Oh yeah, okay, that went pretty easy. They didn't even get a second shot. Okay, yeah, so yeah, you get relic sources from this as well too. So look at that. MVP is Yakuni's only a 3-star. When he goes to 4-star, he's going to be powerful. He's the one that was killing me in that elite stage. Twice in a row, he was doing his rage on me, tore me up. Yeah, so that's where you want to focus on. But you want to focus on the relics. They're both 2 attacks. I'll go ahead and do this attack because it's. You would think percentages would be a little bit more, so you get that on there. So that's another shard for her pretty soon. I need 2 more to get her to 4 stars, so definitely want to knock that out. Yeah. So yeah, you get shards from her here and in the story. So that's probably why they gave it to her, because you can get a bunch of her through the story. So they gave you a chance to get her up to max level. So yeah, so that's it. So get in there and knock things out. This Kenpachi contest is pretty easy. I'm to the point right now where it's difficult for me to pass through, because because you know, like, see, this is a 16-4-1 red. As you know, orange beats red, so orange has an affinity, but I don't have any orange characters to go past him at the moment, and Kenpachi's not going to be able to blow through him. Let's try it and see what happens. Red against red. An UR against a UR. You just let this run on auto. I mean, it's just attack. Okay, yeah, so Zangetsu does bleed too, so he'd definitely be one of the ones that you might want to look at. No, I'm not going to be able. Oh, I might be able to actually. Nope. Nope, I'm dead. Oh no, he got a double. If he hadn't got a double, wouldn't have it. Yep. Nope, we beat him. Interesting. Yeah, so Zangetsu's got a bleed too, so that Jin team with the bleed, increasing the bleed, is looking pretty good right about now. Yeah, I'm close to getting Zangetsu's Y. I'd like to get Zangetsu. He's one of my favorite too. I'd probably have to say my favorite overall is probably, you know, I like Zangetsu a lot, but I still think Yamamoto is my favorite. He just has the most awesome Bankai. You know, and then Ichigo and Zangetsu. But yeah, it's toss up. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards Yamamoto, so I'd really like to get him. But Yamamoto has been evading me. Hopefully they'll have a banner for him. But I think Grimjow's coming up next, so we'll see. But anyway, I just want to do that. Let's show everything. But remember to focus on this. I just definitely want to remind everybody about this, and don't go spending. Don't spend your coinage on something. Make sure that you know. Just hold off unless you need omni shards, or if you don't want to get any of these 3 characters, or 4 characters actually, 5 characters actually. If you don't want to get any of these characters, of course, then don't worry about it. But it's definitely something to look at. And I'm going to go ahead and snatch up Hunt just because I want to have healing just in case it's needed later in the game. It might get to the point where the game, you know, it's blocked and you need some type of healing. And she is the best in the game at it, so she has a group heal, so we'll see. But yeah, so focus on that. So I just want to give a video, so go ahead and put a like on the video, go ahead and click on the subscribe button if you would have been notified every time I drop a video, and click on that bell beside it there to make sure you get the email. And this is Ken Rear. I am still in the corner, but I'm signing out.